Welcome to another edition of Walton Entertainment. Today we'll have more news, information, and entertainment from your local hometown.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff with the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth, if I can talk this morning. And I have my co-worker here with me, Tisha Finn. And some of you may see us out in the community and wonder, what do they do? You know, they're everywhere. They're doing everything, but what are their actual jobs? So we kind of just wanted to give you a quick overview this morning for those of you that may not know what we do here at the Partnership. And I have a little cheat sheet here, so bear with me, and my glasses. We are unique in that we have 159 Family Connection sites in the state of Georgia. We are actually through a state initiative. It's Georgia Family Connection Partnership, and we have ours here in Walton County. And we base our services on the needs of the county. And we are actually about to get ready to start a needs assessment within the next year. We have to do those every so often just to kind of check in with our partners to see what the needs of the county may be. And we set up our programs and services according to the needs of the county. Now, we are quasi-governmental, and what that means is I have an appointed board, and that's who we answer to, and Tish will tell you about how she's set up in just a moment. But we have we work to improve the lives of the families and children in Walton County, and we are an organization. We're a process. We are not an agency. We're not anything else, but we're a process because we're consistently changing each year. And like I said before, depending on the needs of the county, because we have to do an annual plan each year, and we do ask that you attend our collaborative meetings, and I'll get to that later. But your input is critical to what we need to do as a process each year. So some of the things that we do, we have over 250 partners that join us, whether they join us by Zoom, because our collaborative meetings are in person and Zoom. We travel around the community, around the county. We host meetings in Monroe, Social Circle, and Loganville, and we're currently looking for a spot in Loganville. Our collaborative meetings are at 8 a.m., and those are the third Tuesday of every month. And all are invited to come, and we usually have our partners share about events that they may be hosting. And one thing that I would like to point out here is we're all about bridging gaps in services. We're not about duplicating services through the partnership. Just recently, a need was brought to our attention. Not that we didn't know about this, because we do drug and alcohol classes with youth almost monthly. And so a few questions were brought up, and we kind of had a little task force meeting, and we decided we needed to have a lunch and learn. So we invited Monroe PD, and our facilitator, Dr. Tanya Knox, came, and they hosted a lunch and learn to answer some questions for parents, grandparents who have issues with their students, their kids, their grandchildren who may be experiencing with the vapes, the alcoholism. So that is, in a nutshell, what we do. If there's a need in the community, and someone comes to us with that need, then we try to put our board together, put a task force together, and come up with a creative idea of how to fulfill that need or bridge that gap in services. So Tish, she is our youth development director, And I'll let her tell you a good bit about what they've been doing, because a lot of our focus this year has been on mental health. And I'll let you tell them when all that started and what you all are doing.
Yes. Hi, thank you, and thank you for having me. One of the things we've been most proud of since COVID is probably our mental health initiatives. Dina and I sometimes joke with each other that the greatest task force there is 24 teenagers. We have a teen board of 24 kids that are from every single school in Walton County, including homeschools and hybrid schools, private, public. And so those kids come together with Dina and I. We have a lot of heart-to-heart conversations with them about what they're concerned about. As a result of that, we did initiate a mental health outreach at Social Circle High School this year, and that was called Look Within Yourself, where we scheduled equine therapists, regular therapists, pet therapists. Dina can help me if I leave something out.
No.
We had some art therapy, basically resilience activities. We did some community resilience model training, which is a training model that's been around for about 25 years. We received some professional certification in therapy in that, so that we could then take that out into the schools in our communities and help kids manage anxiety, their classwork. We did a Rocket Book simulation, which is to help kids with their time management. Social Circle provided journals and agendas to everyone. That's just a little bit of what we do. We're also pretty honored that as a result of that work, we were acknowledged at the Social Circle Board of Ed meeting a couple months ago. We were also invited to participate. I do want to make sure I don't misquote this. So it is the Resilient Northeast Georgia Inform, Inspire, Empower Summit in Jefferson, Georgia. Our kids served on a panel along with kids from all over the state, specifically the region. They had a couple of keynote speakers that were alumni from University of Georgia. We were really honored to have taken part in that as a result of our work. The other thing we do is we try to combine the information that we receive at the collaborative meeting. We have folks who come from hospitals, from DFACs, from law enforcement, from local communities, the theater. So we take that sort of adult information, we combine it with the kid information, and then we use that to do what we can in the community.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, we not only serve the youth, but through Resilient Northeast Georgia, we are able to train our adults on how to deal with mental health issues among our families. Because, as Tish said, COVID really harmed a lot of folks, and so they need a lot of help. We
had
need
a
a
couple
lot of help.
counselors that came
Yes.
to the Resilient Northeast Georgia, to the CRM training. We had a couple of counselors from local schools who came and received that training alongside our kids.
So we're always willing to put trainings together, to host them, to facilitate any type of trainings that we need to. We have that available to us. We do collaborate with the other counties in Region 5 to host those, or we can host those locally.
In schools.
In the schools.
We go
as
into
well.
school health classes, and we will help with their mental health unit. We can help with physical health unit. We've done drug and alcohol there. What else? The Joshua's Law driver's ed training thing we've done. Really just responding to whatever's needed out there.
Right. So if you're interested in joining our collaborative, or you have ideas for us, you're always welcome to attend our collaborative meetings. Our next meeting will be hosted here at the Board of Ed Annex, and that will be at 8 a.m. on August 15th. And you do not have to sign up for that. Just show up, or if you can't make it in person, then please contact me and I'll send you a Zoom invite. And my direct line is 770-207-3175. And just leave me a message if I'm not here, because we always say if we're at our desk, then we're not doing our jobs. We're always out in the community, and that's where you might see us. So as always, we just wanted to get some new information out there, and I think Tish has one more event she wants to share.
If I may, I'd love to plug our social media. The kids work so hard on it, and we did just post about your collaborative meeting, including the Zoom link. So we are on Facebook and Instagram. Our Instagram is We are Walton Youth Project. You can find us there. But I do want to tell you, as a result of this mental health thing, we've developed an initiative. It's called Walton WISE. I'll hold this up. WISE is WISE, stands for Wellness, Ingenuity, Science, and Engineering. And the kids came up with this, as Dina knows. It's sort of a flip on the STEM initiatives that everybody's doing, but we wanted to add wellness and ingenuity, which kind of brings it into that mental health part and the resilience part. Well, we are scheduling Parents' Nights Out. This is modeled after some training we received at Georgia Tech in January, part of their seismic program for STEM and wellness. And we are having it here at the Board of Ed Annex. It's from 6 to 9:30. It is on the second Friday of every single month, and that'll be led by a couple of our alumni who are college students, some local professionals. We have a counselor who's going to be here, pet therapist, art teacher, wellness teacher. We are going to do some meal prep. I'm not promising cooking because we're not sure we want to deal with heat, but we are going to let them feed themselves that night, and it should be a really good time. So 6 to 9:30, parents, drop your kids off. We do sibling discounts. Go grab some supper in Monroe, and then come on back and get them.
Make sure you come back and pick them up.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much
Well,
for having us.
Thank you, and we will see you next time. And please contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.
All right, so if you don't remember, my name is Jay Connor. I'm the Family and Consumer Science Agent here in Walton County. I'm so excited to announce that we're going to do an estate planning class August the 19th at 8 a.m. here at the Walton County Extension Office. We're going to go over all sorts of important information. We're going to talk about wills, trusts, the probate process, everything you need to know for that type of information. If you have any questions, please give us a phone call. We'll be more than excited to let you know. Thanks, and we'll see you then.
Hey there everybody, this is Michelle Patrick with the Walton County 4-H office. I just wanted to fill you in a little bit on our summer. So we had a very exciting summer with Cloverleaf Camp, we had junior camp, we went to the beach multiple times, we took over 200 4-Hers to these different camps, and now we're rolling into the fall and school season. So actually next month we'll be starting our club meetings in 5th grade classrooms all over Walton County, Social Circle, and Loganville. We're thrilled about that. There's about 1,500 4-Hers that will participate in our program, not to mention all of our clubs. We have archery coming up later on in the fall, and going into the winter. We'll start BB, and then we have our goat club that's ramping up right now. We have our swine club. We'll be going to the fair later in the fall, and we have all sorts of events that we would love for your kids to participate in. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact our office at 770-267-1324. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.
Well, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're getting started on some of our fall events. We've got a lot coming up, staying busy here at the center. We have scheduled another document destruction event, so we'll be advertising that one more. We're getting the flyers made now, but we do have a date. We're going to have it here at the Recycling Center Saturday, September 23rd from 10 to 12. It'll be right out here in the cul-de-sac at the Recycling Center. So if you've got any old sensitive documents or anything like that you want to make sure get taken care of properly, now's a good time to be rounding that stuff up and getting it ready for the event. If you have any questions, give us a call out here, 770-267-1421. We'll answer any questions you have about the event. Again, it's a good time to get rid of those documents, and we get a ton of calls about having the event, so we're happy we were able to get one scheduled, and we're excited about that. We've also scheduled our annual Rivers Alive event for this year. That's going to be Saturday, October 21st. Again, it's a great opportunity for any school clubs, civic organizations, churches, or whatnot to have a volunteer opportunity to do a waterway cleanup. I think I mentioned before that this was an event to where prior to COVID we were up well over 300 volunteers, and it's kind of been down since we started back after COVID, so we are kind of reaching out and seeing where we can get more volunteers. We have some areas designated for Rivers Alive cleanup. So again, give us a call. We'd be happy to put you on our mailing list for any updates on Rivers Alive. We'll be needing to get number of volunteers you have. Everyone that volunteers for Rivers Alive gets a free Rivers Alive t-shirt. We'll need to get those t-shirt orders. So if it is something you're thinking about and would like to do, get in touch with us pretty quickly, because we'll be needing to get all of that stuff in. So those are the two things we have scheduled going forward. We are starting to look at America Recycles Day events. America Recycles Day is November 15th of every year. And we're pretty sure we're going to do a paint event. And we generally do that on the Saturday, either before the 15th or right after the 15th. Kind of normally depends on which one's closer to the date of the 15th. So be on the lookout for that. We'll most likely be doing a paint collection event, and we're going to try to tie in another event with the paint collection to kind of get into doing some other things. So be on the lookout for that. Again, we're having a lot of people come in with mattresses here at the center that we're having to turn away. We are taking mattresses here. But what we aren't doing is we're not taking them from businesses. You're not going to be able to pull up here with 20 mattresses on a trailer and get rid of them. This is for residents only. And the mattresses need to be in fair condition. They're going to be getting refurbished and reused, so they can't come in torn apart, soaking wet. The box springs can't be the wood all broken in the box spring. They do have to be in pretty fair condition, or we can't accept them here. So just wanted to give you the heads up on that, so you're not driving all the way out and being told that we can't take the mattresses. Outside of that, like I always do, if you don't know exactly what we do here, but you want to get started recycling, you're looking for a place to take some of your waste that won't fit in the garbage can you have at home, some of the larger items, come out, give us a call, let us tell you about what we do, let us show you what we do. If you're already a recycler, still come out or give us a call and make sure you're recycling all the things you could be. The world of recycling's ever changing. We try to get into any of the new things or more products that we can recycle, and we want to make sure we're recycling absolutely everything we can. So give us a call to make sure you're doing that as well. Again, our number is 770-267-1421. We look forward to hearing from you, and until next time, take care.
Thanks for tuning in today. We're with the Walton County Animal Shelter, and we've got a lot of great dogs and cats to show you today. But before we do, just to give you a rundown, we're located on Madison Avenue, right behind the Sheriff's Department off Highway 11. You can come by anytime during the week from 1 to 5 to view the animals that we have here. We always have a lot more than what we're able to show on the television, so you're more than welcome to come down and view them. They're also on the internet at www.waltonpets.net, so you can window shop from your home computer and see what we've got down in the shelter. So you're more than welcome to come here or look online. Our adoption fee, as always, is only $40, and that includes a rabies vaccination voucher, the vaccines that we give here, and a deworming. So you get a great dog pretty much ready to go for only about $40. You just fill out a simple application. Once that's approved, you can come, pick up the dog or cat, and if they're not fixed already, you have to do that within 30 days or when the animal's old enough. One other thing I wanted to tell you about, there's some discounted vaccine clinics coming up, and it is real important that you get your animals vaccinated. Just last month there was a skunk that wandered up to a house here in Walton County. It walked over to the dog pen and it bit a chihuahua on the nose, and then it tried to get in the front door of the house where the resident had to shoot the skunk. Well, we picked it up, sent it off to the CDC in Atlanta, and sure enough, it tested positive for rabies. So it's real important that you get that rabies shot to protect you, to protect your pets. If your pet gets in a tangle with a raccoon or a skunk, and it either tests positive or we don't have that animal for testing, well, then you have to quarantine the animal. If your dog is current, you can do a 45-day observation. It's kind of an inconvenience, but not too bad. But if you didn't have that rabies shot, your dog has to be in strict isolation in a special built pen for 6 months, or it has to be put to sleep. So it's real important that you get that rabies shot. And so we do have one discounted pet clinic coming up. It's going to be on Saturday, April 24th. It's going to be at Boss Brothers Country Store. They're going to have rabies shots for $10, parvo shots for $15, all kinds of microchips, cat vaccines as well. You can't beat that price. It's sponsored by Paradox Spay Clinic, and it's at Boss Brothers. You can find more information either at our website, waltonpets.net, or you can find it at the Boss Brothers website as well. So very important thing. There's no excuse when it's only $10. Get that rabies vaccine. And now we'll show you some.
Okay, here we have like a Maltese mix. It's a male. He's neutered. He's about 2 years old, and we are calling him Mushroom. And he won't be camera shy.
This is Otto. He's an 8-month-old Rottweiler mix puppy. He is a little nervous guy, but once he gets to know you, he's pretty nice for the most part.
This is Hunter. He's 1 year old. He's a chocolate lab. He's very hyper. He is vaccinated. He is neutered. Good with kids and good with other dogs.
This is Bagheera. She is a German Shepherd female who's around 5 years old. She was an owner surrendered to us earlier this week. She is a very calm girl. She's gentle, not hyper like your typical Shepherd, and she is ready for a home today.
All right, here we have a male pit. He is about 2 years old. He's got lots of energy. He's not neutered, but he's extremely sweet, and we're calling him Axel.
This is Augustus. He is a 2-year-old hound bulldog mix. He was found on North Sharon Church Road. His hold time is up, so he is available for adoption. He did great with other dogs, and he's been real friendly with everyone. He just wants to find his forever home.
Here we have a pit mix. Her name is Honey. She was an owner surrendered to us. She is already spayed. She is microchipped, and she's probably about 4 years old. Does not like other dogs. So she would need to be the only baby in the house.
Hello Walton County, this is Jody Johnson with another recreation report. Now that school is back in, everyone's getting back into a routine. Still summertime, but our splash pad is now gone to non-peak hours. Usually that happens once Walton County goes back to school, which means we'll be open from 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock every day, except for Mondays, and then on the weekends we're open from 10 until 6 o'clock. We still have some rentals that you can do on the weekends, and we'll keep that schedule up until a couple weeks before Labor Day, and that's usually when people stop, attending. The weather changes, if you're wanting to go out to the splash pad, weekends or afternoons is the best time to do that. We had another good year, a lot of good rentals, so splash pad went very well. All of our fall activities are now started. All our athletics are all playing: baseball, softball, football, cheerleading, soccer, cross country. All those things have started practicing. So if you missed that registration, I do want to let you know when basketball starts, which will be sometime in September. Believe it or not, we're that close to basketball season. I know we're all still watching the Braves, getting ready for the Bulldogs or the Falcons to start playing, and we are too. Our seasons for all of our fall sports will start at the end of August with our games, and all of our practices, like I said, have already started. So we look forward to all that getting started. Our community centers are still open. It's a good place to go. We don't have to worry about these afternoon showers or the extreme heat that makes it difficult to go outside. We do have a lot of people that are walking. Our walking track is now paved in Social Circle around the pond, and then we also have the walking tracks at Felker and at Meridian. So be sure to utilize those. And we have our Frisbee golf course that's now ready to go out at the air splash pad. So we have a lot going on. Our construction for the new pickleball courts out at Crystal Park is going on good. So we hope to see you soon at a park near you. Give us a call and look for registration coming up soon. So, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Joel Burnstead and I'm the Walton County Extension Agent in the area of Ag and Natural Resources. Just wanted to say hello today and invite you to come out and visit our new office on Criswell Road at Criswell Park. We have several programs going on throughout the summer. We're about to get ready to kick off our Master Gardener training program for adults. So if you're an adult and you're interested in gardening and want to learn more, we do have a program that will start September 5th. You can call or stop by our office for more information or fill out an application. We also offer soil and water testing services through our office. So with your lawn or garden, soil testing, we recommend doing it at least on an annual basis. And the cost of that test is $10, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Aside from soil testing, we also offer a variety of water tests through the University of Georgia Water Lab. If you live on a well, the CDC recommends having your well tested on an annual basis. And again, we offer a variety of tests including bacteria, heavy metals, and things of that nature. So we're well equipped to give you more information on that and to have a consult with you if you were interested in those tests. And again, those tests vary according to prices, but we'll be happy to share that information with you. Our 4-H'ers have had a summer full of camps. We have a few more weeks to go and we're wrapping up, but if you have a 5th and 6th grader interested in the 4-H program, we do offer various programs that your child can get involved with. And we would be happy to speak with you on that. We have 3 full-time 4-H staff here at the Walton County office, and you can stop by or give us a call if you or your child would be interested in any of those programs. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. David Keener, Mayor of Social Circle. Today's August the 19th. I'm here in Friendship Park this morning from 9 o'clock until noon. The Master Gardeners are here. We have a pollinator census going on. You probably see the garden behind me here. Beautiful garden, beautiful Friendship Park, so I invite you all to all come down today. Like I said, from 9 o'clock this morning until noon, we'll be here. Come on down. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name is Megan Paskin. I'm a Master Gardener here in Walton County, and we're at the Southeast Pollinator Census today. And you're at the Bugs Up Close exhibit that we have here. And we have a collection of insects all from Walton County, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. You can come and test your knowledge of pollinators and different butterflies and insects that we have on display here. We have a little quiz, like a little Where's Waldo of caterpillars. You can look at them up close with our video scope, and just a whole lot of nice activities for the kids to come and earn their citizen scientist badges. Come out and count some pollinators with us.
I'm counting pollinators on these annual zinnias. So far I have 3 carpenter bees, which have the shiny honeys.
Well, good. And explain to people basically what a pollinator does.
It goes into one flower and it extracts the pollen from it and takes it to another flower, and you have to have pollination to be able to have more flowers or fruits and vegetables.
So pollinators are good for us, right?
Yes, very good for us. Mm-hmm.
And you've been doing it about, 10 minutes or so, and you've said 3?
They hadn't been about 4 minutes.
Okay,
I've got
okay.
4 of them, yeah. So if I
just
can
saw
have
one
a
right
minute,
down
I'll
there.
be good, yeah.
Good luck with your hollyhock, but I would spray there. Any number of things, but again, go to the website. There's so much information on the website.
As you can see, there's a lot of activities set up here today, a lot of things for the children to do, and it's just a really good education to come here and see what the Master Gardeners are doing at this Friendship Park. It's a beautiful little park right here downtown Social Circle. This is Paul Mullins with Walton Entertainment. Well, it looks like we had a car lost control right here in front of Walgreens. Crossed across the lane, clipped this tree, cut it down, went on up in the yard, and then see the tree up there, then they knocked it down. So it must have been moving a pretty good rate of speed to do all of this damage. This is Paul Mullins with Walton Entertainment. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Paul Mullins with another segment of Feed the Goats. Today we're going to try Cheerios out. Let's see if the goats like Cheerios. Yeah. You like Cheerios? Oh yeah, you both like Cheerios, don't you? You like Cheerios, don't you? Oh yeah. Yeah, you like Cheerios. You're going to stick your head in there and get some, don't you? Dad, leave them alone. Here. There's four guys. How about getting in here and getting the Cheerios? How you like Cheerios? Oh yeah, you like Cheerios, don't you? Good bad, there's some Cheerios. Yeah. Okay, now here's some cabbage. I know you like cabbage. Yes, you've always liked cabbage. You like the crunchy top too, don't you? Like the crunch. Here, you want a little crunch? There you go. Like that crunch. Sophie, you're just too much of a picky eater. You're just a picky eater. Quit that, don't butter. Okay, ready for some more Cheerios? That's it. Well, it says have a heart-to-heart about your heart health. So I guess they're going to have good hearts because they like Cheerios. This is Paul Mullins with Walton Entertainment.
Welcome to another edition of Through the Camera. I'm your photographer, Daryl Everidge. We're out at Conyers today, out at the International Horse Park, where we're going to experience some model trains that you can ride on. This is very interesting stuff. We ran into Peter, an old friend of mine, who's really into this stuff. He's got his own train.
I knew from the time I was a little kid, just introduced to trains, that this was something I wanted to do. I figured out when I was 9 years old how I was going to save my allowance and build one. That didn't happen. I was 30 until I started, and between wife, kids, job, whatever, it took me 15 years to build my engine and train that I've got now. But I've got two sons and a daughter. She could care less, but my sons, they love it. We go home covered. You see my face has got a little soot on it already. We've been just running for a couple hours this morning, and they'll do the same. We go home dirty, nasty, and love every second of it.
Yonder coming down the railroad track. Look yonder coming down the railroad track. That's the orange blossom special. I'm gonna bring my baby back. And I'll lose in New York.
North Georgia Live Steamers. We've been in existence since 1981. We've started as just kind of a historical group. People really enjoy building the locomotives, playing with trains. These are just kind of the ultimate trains to play with. They're big. They operate. They're actually fully functional miniatures of the real thing. This, like any other hobby, is you can spend as much as you want. You can spend as little as you want. Some guys are into building the infrastructure, building bridges and the steaming areas and welding and fabrication stuff. They don't want to build an engine or a train. There's some guys, they'll spend $65,000 on a locomotive. I probably have less than $5,000 in mine, but I was able to do a lot of the work myself. Kind of a scrounged materials that people were throwing away. And, so started with a set of plans. There are some castings. Had to do all the machine work myself, but sky's the limit.
The main thing is we enjoy the hobby, and so we want other people to enjoy it. And we've also picked up new members since we have been running up at the horse park once a year. And I just think the people enjoy it. I mean, I understand it's already been 100 people that have ridden, so that's a good turnout. And there comes some more.
This is awesome. My dad's part of this, so this is really great. This is amazing. I've been watching to do this for a long time, so it's really amazing.
Wow, trains you can ride. Amazing. Thanks guys for joining us today for another edition of Through the Camera. I'm photographer Daryl Everidge reminding you this weekend, grab the family, grab a camera, and go out there and grab some memories. Welcome to another edition of Through the Camera. I'm your photographer Daryl Everidge, and behind me you can see it's the Ferris wheel here in Atlanta. We're going to get on top and see how far we can see once we're up there, sky high in Atlanta. So go grab the family, grab a camera, and let's go grab some memories. So the nerves has kicked in. We're on the Ferris wheel. They're stopping it every few seconds, letting other passengers on. So we're one of the first ones to get on. So this is going to take a few minutes. It goes around 4 revolutions, and each revolution, I timed it before I got on, is 2 minutes. So, we're going to be on here for a few minutes while they let people on and off. So that adds to the time, and we're pretty high up, and I'm getting kind of nervous.
Located at the south end of Centennial Park in downtown Atlanta, you'll find this giant Skyview Ferris wheel. It's set up to thrill everyone. I was a little apprehensive to get on, but once the ride started, it was amazing. This Ferris wheel is almost 20 stories high, and you get to see all of downtown Atlanta and the surrounding area when you're on the very top. It's amazing.
got out here, we ran into a lot of other street musicians. We had a lot of some positive interactions with the other musicians and some negative. We had a negative response from the police at first, but eventually they got used to us, and we've actually befriended a lot of them. A friend was playing the Bad Boys Cops theme and got a lot of I guess that won some of the police over, but it's been a pretty interesting experience. It's lucrative. You can make a living off of it. And yesterday, yeah, we made at least $200 yesterday.
Wow, it's been a fantastic day today. Let's take a look back through the photo album.
Wow, it's been another great adventure. Thanks for tagging along. We've had fun doing all the great things we do every weekend. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching all these episodes of Through the Camera. Till the next time, I remind you to grab your family, grab a camera, and go out there and grab some memories.
Hi, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. By the time you see this pottery show will be over, and we will be installing the regional juried show. This is kind of more of our fine arts, I guess, as close as we come to. You know, we really consider ourselves a community art center, so we embrace all forms of art, and I personally kind of don't like that distinction between fine art and fun art. It's all great art, and so we try not to have kind of that snobby attitude about art. Art is for everybody. It should be accessible to everybody and fun and relaxing and something that brings you joy. And to a lot of people, that means all different kinds of things. That doesn't only mean, you know, an oil painting of a sailing ship on the ocean. I mean, art comes in all forms. But that said, our regional show is juried, and not everything gets in. I would say probably a little over half of the submissions that were made for the show got into the show. Less than 3/4, but somewhere in that range. So we do select what comes into the show to both for the cohesiveness of the show and for the room that we have here. And so we try to pick the best of what is offered to us. So it's a really good show. A lot of the pieces will be available for purchase, and that show will open on August 30th. And then it will close, I believe it's mid-October, maybe about October 20th, something like that. So it'll be a beautiful show. Lots of really, it was interesting seeing the submissions come through. Had a lot of new to us artists come in, people who had never exhibited here before,
and some terrific, really, really beautiful pieces. So please come see this show. It opens August the 30th. So that will be in the gallery, so the ceramics will be gone. We will repeat this show again next year. It's been a really great show. We've sold over 100 pieces out of this show. The artists have been really great about replenishing and bringing in new pieces. They've had a good time. I think the public has had a good time. So we will do the show again next year, probably late spring, early summer. The gallery schedule, by the way, is on the website for 2024. So if you're an artist or if you're a patron of the arts and want to see what's coming up, you can go to our website at monroewaltonarts.org, and you'll see call for entries, and then there'll be a list there of the 2024 shows. We always start with a member show, and then we go in January, and then we go into our school and student shows. That takes us through about the 1st of May. Then during the summer, we'll have about 3 different shows. Then we end up with our regional juried show in the fall. And then, of course, our fabulous Christmas gift show in November and December. And that's just around the corner. It's hard to believe in this weather that we're having that's so hot and muggy, but it's not far away. So we will be doing that again this year, and that show will open, I believe it's like October 30th, right before November. So that's kind of what's going on in here in the gallery. And with our classes, we've had a lot of new classes launched just in the last month. We've had metal casting, we've had belly dancing, we've had a podcasting workshop, we have a nonfiction memoir writing kind of workshop coming up. So lots going on. We're working on bringing an art therapist on board to work with us, to work one-on-one with people and maybe do some group therapy sessions as well. So that's coming on board. So we are always working, always trying to figure out ways that we can serve our community better, bring art and beauty and joy into your life and meaning, and to help you in any way that we can. You know, just even walking in here, we try to make it a very pleasant, relaxing, joyful experience to see the art and to see the creativity and to be inspired by what you see here. So we do have another metal casting class come up. It's on the 26th. It's this coming Saturday. And then we have the memoir nonfiction writing workshop that's coming up too on the 26th. So if you go to our website, you'll see everything that we have going on. If you come in here, pick up one of these rack cards. You can always see by shooting this QR code what we have coming up. Pick up our class list, and don't forget our impact report. If you're curious about what we do here, kind of gives you an overview. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.
Hey Walton County, it's Patrice Broughton, your Public Information Officer here with another county update. So we will start with our regular Board of Commissioners meeting from August 1st. And we had a little bit of a long meeting, but it was productive to say the least. So I'll update everybody. We had some big news come out of this meeting, so I need to make sure that everybody has the information that they need. So we started with planning and development, and we had a proposed settlement of rezone of 85.48 acres from A1 to R1 with conditions for a residential subdivision, and the applicant was Lexus Homes, and it's located on Snows Mill Road, and the proposed rezone was approved with conditions. So we then went into our Planning Commission recommendations, and we started with an approval of 19.28 acres from A2 to B3 for a business park, and the applicant was John Mark Mazzowie, property located at Jacks Creek Road, and it was approved with conditions by the Board of the Commissioners as they took the Planning Commission recommendations. So we moved on to an approval of 69.87 acres from R1 to R1 OSC for a residential 64 lot subdivision. The applicant was Carter Engineering Consultants, and the property is located at Navajo Trail, and it was approved by the Board of Commissioners per the Planning Commission recommendations. We also had an approval of a rezone of 85.3 acres from A1 to R1 OSC for a residential 72 lot subdivision, and the applicant was Feeman Barong Properties, and it is located on Pleasant Valley Road, and it was approved as an A2 OSC with condition. So the Board of Commissioners did change that zoning for that subdivision. The Board of Commissioners approved approximately $130 million for the Walton County Public Safety Complex, and it was awarded to a GMP. So we had a few resolutions on the agenda, and we started with the adoption of the county-wide millage rate. Now, the county did hold public hearings for the millage rate, and if you wanted to watch those public hearings, you could do so on the Walton County Facebook page, as we did stream those meetings live on the days that we had those public hearings. As a matter of fact, we had a public hearing immediately before the Board of Commissioners meeting on August 1st. So the board heard everyone's concerns and answered questions that citizens had about their properties. And they did adopt a countywide millage rate of 10.413 mills and a fire district millage rate of 1.835 mills. Now, the millage rate for the county did stay the same from the previous year. So they did not raise the millage rate. They did keep it the same. Now, we had a lot of folks with a lot of questions again, and if you have any questions, please feel free to call the Board of Commissioners office, and we'll try to get those questions answered for you. We'll take a look at your property tax bill and try to explain it as best we can. There was a resolution to adopt the Walton County Board of Education millage rate, which was adopted at 16.693 mills for maintenance and operations and 1.39 mills for debt service. So the Board of Commissioners did approve that millage rate for the Walton County Board of Education. We had several resolutions for project length budgets, one for EMS classroom and election storage, one for additional parking at the government building out on Hammond Drive, and one for the public defender office renovations that are going in the old planning and development office over at the government building, and they were all adopted. The Board of Commissioners appointed Lee Bradford to serve as the 2023 Legislative Leadership Conference voting delegate. So he will be voting on behalf of the Walton County Board of Commissioners at the ACCG conference. We did have an executive session. There were no votes taken in executive session. And again, we just want to let everyone know that the county is still providing the services to the citizens as best we can, even with the cost increases that everyone is seeing. We know that inflation is not only hitting personal pockets, but business pockets as well. So we want to continue to provide the best level of service to everyone that we can. Keep, the ambulances running, the fire trucks running, and, our public safety running. So again, if anyone has any questions about anything and they would like some explanation or just have any comments, they can always call us here at 770-267-1301. We hope everyone is enjoying their summer. We know that it's been a couple of scorchers out there, but we hope everyone is staying cool and staying safe, and we look forward to giving you another county update next month. Thank you, Walton County.
I'm Isaac over at Reboot. Going to give you a Reboot tech tip today. Just want to talk a little bit about Windows 11. Windows 11 came out, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, something like that. And I don't recommend using Windows 11. Typically the way Microsoft works is every other generation of Windows is an unfinished product. So like, I don't know, y'all might remember Windows Vista. Windows Vista was basically unfinished Windows 7. Windows 8 was unfinished Windows 10. And so I don't know if it's a money thing about why they send out the unfinished product, or maybe it's a test thing so the consumer can work out all the bugs or whatever. But so Windows 11 is that unfinished product. So and I think Windows 12 or whatever they're going to call it, it's supposed to come out, I think it's like 2 years from now or a year from now, something like that. So Windows 12, or again whatever they'll call it, will come out before Windows 10 goes out of service. So that's what we recommend. Don't mess with Windows 11. It's got a whole bunch of glitches. For the most part, it's pretty much a nightmare. They changed a bunch of stuff, and it's just difficult to deal with. So if you go out and you get you a new computer, try and get one that still has Windows 10 on it, or computer places can generally downgrade them or do something a little different for you if you want. But yeah, so try to stay away from Windows 11. I know here at Reboot we sell Windows 10 still, and we'll continue to do that as long as we can. But anyway, that's it for today. Isaac giving you the Reboot tech tip.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.